last video I did, the first video I did, I was talking about the word sick. And so I went and did some research, and from my downloads, this is stuff that I already know, but I have to find words and ways to say it. Hence, why words are always such a big deal to me. And so many words mean the same thing and the same energy, even different words. And so from the first video, I see how this language that we speak was created for also to help create fear. A lot of people say the same thing or the same energy, just use different words. So I went to do some research. The first thing I want to say is to me, FLU means frequency light upgrade. And what's the true definition of that? Anything that anybody's experiencing right now to me. And part of what I also know is my truth is everything that we experience physically, symptoms, dis-ease, anything mental, emotional, physical, all comes from, or anything mental and physical all comes from emotional. And so that's how we kind of work backwards to deal with it. But what I want to talk about right here is how much our words create our reality. Just like I said in the first video, breaking down words and going to the root of it, and then realizing how many words mean the same thing. So just in the little bit that I did, the word sick, the masculine side of it is CHO and then -LE, and the feminine side of it is CHO-LA. Both the verbs and adjectives of Chloe, I don't even know how to pronounce it right, are related to the noun Chloe, which is sickness, illness, disease. And what I was reading says this is probably where chlorella came from. I'm not even pronouncing it right. CHOLE, cholera. CHOLERA. So just from that article, what I was reading right here, it says the word weak, wounded, also spoke of women in labor, and evil. All go back to the root word where sick comes from. In there, I got a couple of Bible verses in here because it's just, to me, now I was really seeing after what I was reading through today how the Bible is part of where a lot of these words have been changed and created, and now I'm seeing more of that. Nehemiah 2:2 and Ezekiel 34:4 both are talking about emotional sickness. And then Ecclesiastes 6:2, it's talking about evil disease. That's in the verse. And so the way it breaks it down, it's saying that the first part of that word means disease/sickness, and the last part of it means evil, bad. So in that verse, it's speaking of vanity, and it's actually calling it a sickness. And so I see that because of how I understand how everything comes from an emotional perspective first. Also, there's the word davar, DAVAR. It means word in Hebrew, Jewish language, but it also means thing. So that word means word and it means thing. So to me, this just says that words are creative energy of the world. And if you look at it from the Bible perspective, they say the Bible says God spoke and created the universe into being. And then one more thing I wrote down is saying that the Kabbalists tell us that reality itself is forged from combinations of the 22 Hebrew letters, codes, symbols. There's a lot of, this is what I wrote, there's a lot of mysticalness between a word and what it refers to. So if they're saying that reality itself was forged from combinations of 22 Hebrew letters, if you just stop and think about that for a minute, and that's where it started. And I mean, in our language, we have 26 letters, and all these words, so many of these words mean the same thing and go back to the root. If you go back to the root word and figure out what it's trying to say, this is a way that I learned how to create my reality. And I started speaking things into existence instead of speaking from a place of lack or a place of resistance. And it's just something that you have to learn to do and practice and start speaking differently, because every word that comes out of our mouth is energy, and we are creating with every word that we say. Thank you.